Hi Luke, great session yesterday up at the range. Just to recap on the work that we did on your swing. First of all, we noticed that the head position still needs to become a little bit more stable. Put the line there on the front of your head to illustrate your starting position, and you can see that during the takeaway there's a tendency to drop in height and move forward, usually a sign that you're left tilting a little bit too much or a little bit too early, or possibly not quite extending early enough, i.e. not standing up enough during the backswing. But that certainly needs stabilising. And then on the way through, we need to look at why we come across the ball so much. Added to that, we need to also look at the length of the backswing, the overall length of the backswing. At that position there, we're good to go. We're deep, we're short of parallel. However, there tends to be a lift from there, and you can see the right arm separating from the rib cage, and now everything's a little bit out of sequence. So the first thing we did was stabilise the head position. You can see here I've placed my hand in front of your forehead. Something that you can do at home is use the inside of a door frame or even the wall. Pop your head up against the wall and just make some swings. Let your arms hang in front of you. Make some swings. You can see they're a much more stable head position. Still coming across the ball because the swing's a little bit too long and we've got disconnected. But all in all, a better head position. We need to start to learn to swing around a fixed axis. So that's the first thing we need to do. If you can spend some time up against the wall with your forehead, making some swings, with your arms hanging in front of you, what you're going to start to learn to do is tilt, extend and rotate at the correct rate in each part of the swing, going back, your transition, and then also the through swing. So I was learning to do things at the correct rate, which is important at the moment, and that relates to stabilising the upper body. If we then take a little look at what we're trying to achieve with the backswing itself, we're trying to get you in a much more sort of shorter laid off position like you see here with Charlie Wee, where the shaft, the line of the shaft points a little bit more to the left of the target because the swing's a little bit shorter parallel, and you can see there clearly that the arms are still resting on the rib cage. The way we're going to develop that is with a drill using the basket. We've got the open end of the basket pointing out in front of you at this point. You work the basket back with a tilt to the left, arms staying straight. So there's your takeaway. And then from here, we would like to see a little bit more forearm rotation. The feeling is that you're going to throw the balls behind you. As you can see there, even on that one, you're trying to get the basket to rotate, but you don't really rotate it enough. And the lines on the basket here illustrate what the line of the shaft would be. Having said that, it is deeper, it is a little bit more on line than in your original swing, and you can see that whilst doing that, you've maintained the pressure point, i.e. the right arms stayed on the rib cage. So that's going to take a little bit of time to work in, but the ideal way of doing the drill is to take the basket back, keeping the open end pointing out in front of you, and then from there really work on rotating that basket so that you can actually throw the golf balls in this direction here. So that in turn will flatten out the left wrist, deepen the backswing, maintain your connection and produce a much better shaft line at the top. Good luck with it, and I look forward to working with you again in a week or so's time. Well done.